Say it was just posted up, posted on Facebook about a day or so ago, and it was pertaining to policemen and the history of policing in this country. Um, and remembering their origin, you know, how it all started with them. Of course, I think as things evolved, you can't have the that name or that purpose. So, and with the with the mindset that um, not only that white people do crimes too, that um, there was no such thing as catching slaves. Um, you couldn't do that because it wasn't. There were no more. Jim Crow was a very. Uh, it was a very deadly year for black people in this country. Free slaves. Jim Crow was immediately after the Emancipation Proclamation. 100 more years of that. In other words, 100 more years of repercussion and anger that you were free. And that's what Jim Crow was. And it lasted up to the 1960s, not earlier that, documented, whatever. It, in, there's a part of me that want to say it never ended, but Jim Crow ended per se in 1960s, in the 1960s. Now think about that. If Jim Crow, this 100-year stretch of straight torture for black people in this country, 100 years more after they were free. This is why the theory of if it happened so long ago, that you could just forget. All of this did not happen that long ago. Think about that. It didn't happen not even 100 years. It haven't even been 100 years since it haven't been 100 years since we've been free. It haven't been 100 years since our freedom in this country. Not even 100 years. Not even 100 years. Y'all, I want y'all to really put this into context. I want you to really think about this. Really. It haven't been 100 years. I keep saying that because if you look at how unarmed black people are being shot down in the streets, unarmed, no weapon, no gun, no nothing. A cell phone, a CD player, a CDs, some Skittles. but shot dead. And it continues to happen. And nobody's held accountable. They go free. They continue to get jobs. Policemen continue to get jobs. They continue to go around their life. No repercussions. Non-guilty. Not held accountable. The charges were dropped. You know, it was justified. Unarmed. Unarmed. I don't. Why you kill? Then why kill? No repercussion. No punishment. No nothing. And black people wonder why this happens. What I was talking about earlier. It haven't been 100 years since our freedom, which means we are still living in history right now as we speak. This is why they get away with it. Because the law still, there are laws that still stand. There were laws that were written long time ago that have not changed. You don't know about them. But it justifies them killing us in cold blood with no repercussion.